Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll start with Ben Boland, followed by Mike Fury.
Good morning, Bill. The trade deadline's in a week. I know you've mentioned it's certainly an unusual year with player movement, but how do you view approaching the trade deadline, and have you noticed any more movement in the last few days or whatever?
Yeah, Ben, that's something that I'll check in on with Nick here this week. But I usually don't get too involved in that. That's something that communication on that really goes through the personnel department and with Nick and his staff. I'll say generally speaking, the coaches are pretty involved in their game preparations at this point in time until something becomes more of a realistic opportunity. So we'll kind of see how that goes. I really don't have a good sense on that one way or the other. I'm sure that there's some conversations out there how close that would or wouldn't be for us. I'm really not sure at this point.
Also wanted to ask you a quick question about Cam Newton. It's been hard not to notice that his play has slipped ever since he came down with the virus and he's returned from it. Is there any concern that maybe he still is not completely recovered from the virus or still showing some effects of it or anything like that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's any. We would list that on the injury report if there was, but I don't think he's had any symptoms the whole way.
Next question, Mike Fiore, followed by Henry McKinnon.
Good morning, Bill. I was wondering what sort of impact you see on tape that Stephon Diggs is making on the Bills' offense.
Yeah, he's had a big impact. He's really become the go-to guy for him. He's made a lot of big plays. He's an excellent receiver. Gets good separation. Very good hands. Really attacks the ball. Catches in a crowd. Takes the ball away from defenders. He's done that multiple times. He's made big plays down the field, catch and run plays in the red area. He's an excellent player.
They've also talked quite a bit in Buffalo about sort of the maturity and decision making from Josh Allen. Is that also evident to you on tape?
It is. Yeah, I think that Josh does a good job of going to some of his secondary outlet receivers based on the coverage where that takes him, and if it's open, he'll throw it for sure, and if it isn't, then he's, I would say, not as quick to pull the ball down and run. He finds secondary receivers and outlets and checkdowns and that kind of thing. Now, he's still a dangerous runner. I'm not saying that, and he can run and he does run, but I think he's become more patient and just has a better does a better job of dealing with outlet receivers in the coverage or secondary receivers in the pattern than he did. And, as he's gained experience, I think that's to be expected of any good quarterback like that. So he can certainly make all the throws. He's got a great arm and he can run. He's athletic. He's hard to tackle. But I'd say his overall execution in the passing game has improved over each of the last 3 years.
Next question, Henry McKinnon, followed by Doug Kine. Henry, you're muted. All right, we'll skip Henry and we'll go to Doug Kine. We'll come back to Henry McKinnon.
Hey, Bill, there was a report out there that Brandon Copeland had suffered a season-ending injury, and he sort of seemed to confirm that via Twitter. What would the team lose if Copeland was out for the year, and are you happy with the depth that you have otherwise at linebacker?
Right. Well, we'll see how that goes. I think he's still. I talked to him yesterday, and I think he's still, going through a little, series of evaluations and tests and so forth. But yeah, Brandon's done a good job of giving us some versatility. He's played for us on all 4 downs. in the kicking game, and some inside linebacker and outside linebacker. So he's an experienced player that in our situation be hard to replace.
We'll go back to Henry McKenna. Still no contact with Henry. We'll pause for anyone who wants to ask a question. Raise your hand now. Evan Lazar.
Hey, Coach, just wanted to ask you about Chase and just what you've seen from him specifically on first and second down over the last couple games.
Look, it's really all about team defense, and I think speaking for all of us, we've had some good moments, and we've had some not so good ones, and what we need is more consistency, and that comes from everybody across the board. So Chase is plays hard. He's a great pursuit player. He's strong at the point of attack. He can defeat blockers and can rush the passer, but just collectively we all have to be more consistent in our execution and of the defense and our fundamentals in the defense, and we've just given up too many yards. However it's come, running game, passing game, the last 2 weeks in those situations, and we've just got to coach better and we got to play better. So that's really say that about everybody on the defensive unit, including all the defensive coaches and players and staff and everybody else. We just need to be better.
Is there anything specifically that you can point to with Chase, though, that has led to his snaps kind of decreasing here over the last couple of weeks?
No, I think he's been the same player. Some of it's situational and game plan, and the way things worked out in the last 2 games, but not good. He's a good player for us, and he'll continue to play.
Thanks, Coach.
Next question, Matt Latour.
Bill, recognizing that this is not something that would be your long-term decision to make, do you think it'd be better for the NFL to maybe keep the shorter IR period? Do you think that's been a positive for the league and positive for roster management to be able to kind of to use that to be able to bring back multiple guys and to be able to do it for a shorter period of time?
Yeah, I don't know. Again, that'll be a decision at another level. I'd say given the lag time and being able to bring a player in and put them on your roster from what it's been in the past, that the opportunity to move players in your system on or off the roster has, been has